A lot is being said in our country these days about identity. About people figuring out who they are and maybe who they aren't. Christians also have an identity. The Bible says that we are saints. 1 Corinthians 1 verse 2. We are servants. Luke 17 verse 10. We are disciples. Matthew 28 verse 19. We are brethren. 2 Thessalonians 3 verse 13. We are laborers. Philemon 24. We are kings and priests. Revelation chapter 5, verse 10. We are fishermen. Mark 1, verse 17. And we are farmers. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 6. Because we plant and water that precious seed of God. Among many things that the Bible tells us we are as Christians, for sure we are also soldiers. I don't know if you get up in the morning and go about your daily activities, you get ready for work, you go to your job or your school, and then come home and do your things at home and go through a week and have the normal routine and the humdrum of sometimes living life. I don't know if you ever stop and think, who am I really in the eyes of God? What is my identity in the Lord's church? You know, we hear about the church being a kingdom. We hear about the church being a body. And we hear about the church and read about it being an army. Well, if the church indeed is an army, then we are soldiers, if we are children of God. Paul said to Timothy, don't entangle yourself in the affairs of this life if you are a good soldier of Jesus Christ. You endure hardship, Timothy. And if you don't allow yourself to get tangled up in the things that are outside of what you're supposed to be doing and how you're supposed to be living and behaving yourself as a soldier. Those who are in the military, and some of you are, some of you have been, you understand that there is an identity when you're in that circumstance. You have verbiage that you use, language that you use. You have a uniform that you wear. We have a uniform we wear. We wear a flash. We put it on baptism. But if you're a soldier, you understand, especially if you're in a combat zone, you don't wake up in the morning and say, well, who am I? You know who you are and you know why you're there. And you know what you have to do to survive. The same is true when we look at the Word of God. We are soldiers. And Paul makes that clear in Ephesians 6. Let's begin reading verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of His might. Put on the whole armor of God that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in heavenly places. Therefore, take up the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. Stand therefore, having girded your waist with truth, having put on the breastplate of righteousness, having shod your feet with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, with which you'll be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked one. And take the helmet of salvation, and the sword of which is the sword of the Spirit, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, being watchful in this end, with all perseverance and supplication for all the saints, and for me, that utterance may be given to me, that I may open my mouth boldly, to make known the mystery of the gospel, for which I am an ambassador in chains. That yet I may speak boldly as I ought to speak, but that you also may know my affairs and how I'm doing. Tychicus, a beloved brother and faithful minister in the Lord, soldiers, we have a mission. And that mission involves conflict. It involves daily battle. Because we are at war. Paul says in Ephesians 6, we are in a wrestling match. And we wrestle in a spiritual sense with things that are very powerful. Principalities, power, the rulers of darkness of this age. We are in a war. And we have a mission. And that mission is to be victorious in that war. And also to recruit other soldiers to fight in that war. We call it evangelism. There are some premillennial folks out there that you know, and some churches today who are teaching that the Battle of Armageddon is a conflict that's going to come to the end of time in a literal valley somewhere in the Middle East. I submit to you that the Battle of Armageddon we talk about in Revelation 16:16 is occurring right now in your house and mine, in this congregation and others around it. We are involved in that conflict today. And it's no surprise. As the book of Revelation points out, the dragon was enraged with the woman in Revelation 12:17. That woman being the personification or the symbolic representation of the church and of spiritual and, if you will, Old Testament Israel through which Jesus came. The dragon was enraged with the woman, and he went to make war with the rest of her offspring. Now, who's that? Who keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. That's us. We'll talk a little bit more about our adversary in a second, but he is making war with us. In Revelation chapter 17, verse 14, symbolically the 10 kings are mentioned there. The number 10 means whole or complete. So he's referring to the totality of the evil world powers that came against the church in its early days. He says these will make war with the Lamb. And the Lamb will overcome them, for he's Lord of Lords and King of Kings, and those who are with him are called, chosen, and faithful. We don't think of Jesus as a warrior, but this text says, Revelation 17 says that the evil kingdoms of the world are going to make war with him, and those who come with him. Again, that's us. In Revelation 19, verse 11, I saw heaven open, John said, and behold, a white horse. And he who sat on him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he judges and makes war. You and I don't think of Jesus as a warrior. But he truly is. And if we are with him, if we are in his army, we also are involved in that same warfare. 1 Timothy 1 verse 18, Paul set out to charge you, son Timothy. A number of things he mentions there in the verse. One of the things he says that you wage the good warfare. He wrote to him later, chapter 6, verse 12, and he said, fight the good fight of faith. There's that metaphor. Lay hold on eternal life, which you call it after confess good confession in presence of many weaknesses. He said, Timothy, you're a war. Well, I don't have to stand here in this pulpit today and you sit in those pews and be convinced you that you're a war. You walk out these doors and you know that every day is a spiritual struggle. Because we are part of a religion that's not the religion of the recliner, but the religion of the cross. We're not part of a religion that you play on Sunday morning for an hour or two and then go home and go back to your regular life. If you're indeed a soldier in the army of God, this can't be done. And yes, warfare is not pretty. Sometimes it is very brutal and very hard. It has its effect on people. You know, we hear about that post-traumatic disorder, stress disorder. But in a spiritual sense, the warfare that is engaged every day that we are a part of also has its effect. Friends, we as Christians, we as soldiers in the army of God, need to keep at the forefront of our minds who we really are. And if we are soldiers, then we better be fighting. You think of those apostles, history tells us that they indeed were fighting a war, they understood it. As a matter of fact, what happened to all of them with John indicates that. History tells us that Andrew died on the cross, just like Jesus. That Simon was also crucified. That Bartholomew was flayed alive. The word flayed means skinned. You ever skin a catfish? Take the whole skin off of him outside. That's exactly what happened to Bartholomew. Because he was a soldier in the army of God. James, the son of Zebedee, beheaded. The other son, or the other James, son of Alphaeus, beaten to death with clubs. Thomas was impaled with a lance or a sharpened pole. Matthias, the one that took Jesus' place, stoned. When he didn't die, they cut his head off. Matthew was slain with the sword. Peter was crucified upside down. Thaddeus was shot to death with arrows. And Philip hanged by the neck. These men were fighting a war. And even though they lost their life in that war, they were victorious. They were members of the army of God. They were soldiers. So were we. I've already mentioned it several times. We're at war. And it's evidence of the fact that we have an enemy. In this text in Ephesians 6, Paul says he's the wicked one. He's the devil. He has fiery darts. We're also told that he has schemes or wiles. And that he has an end game to destroy us. And he makes war in heavenly places. And every commentary you read will tell you that's the church. We talk about the war that goes on in secular circles out in our country and how we have to go out and fight that war. Satan wages war in the church. Tries to tear congregations limb from limb and brethren, separate them, and destroy them. Jesus told Peter, said, Satan has desired to have you that he may sift you like wheat. That's our enemy. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil has come down to you, having great wrath, for he knows that he has but a short time. The whole world lies in the sway of the wicked one, 1 John 5:19. Everywhere we look, we can see this. Paul related in Acts 26:18 the power of Satan. But I tell you this day that he is not more powerful than our Lord Jesus. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But again, to him, to our enemy, he's not playing. It's not a game to him. You and I may be pussyfooting around Christianity and practicing only an hour on Sunday morning, but I guarantee you to him, it is a warfare and a bitter fight to the very end. And you and I had better be engaged in that fight, because I guarantee you he is. And if he can destroy us, he absolutely will. That is what he is seeking to do, 1 Peter 5:8. He goes around as a roaring lion, seeking those whom he may devour. Satan's not your friend, you people. Not your friend. He'll name things in front of you that look enticing, that look like they're harmless, but I guarantee you behind them, he is seeking to destroy you. I read the memoirs of a Marine Corps sergeant who was involved in the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. He was always part of an armored convoy that would roll in after one of the IEDs, the improvised explosive devices, would go off. And they would go into different towns in Iraq and Afghanistan and do what they did as per their MOS. First sergeant said they were rolling in a convoy when they were going toward a town just outside of Baghdad, and they heard the IEDs and you could hear it from miles away. So when they finally got up there, the hole was so huge that it was blown by this improvised explosive device, they couldn't even drive an Abrams tank through it. They would have to go around it. It was so deep and wide. And he said, you know, when you see that every single day for a period of time, whatever your deployment is, he said you have to steel yourself to it. You kind of get hard to it. You don't ever get used to it. But at some point in time, it becomes a kind of an everyday thing to you. But he said on this occasion, when they rolled in and stopped at the explosion of that IED, he said body parts, blood, everything, just everywhere. Like always. But he said something caught his eye. Over here on the right side of the road. There's a little bit of sand. as it is, so relentless, so comprehensively evil, that he would tempt people to slaughter their own in the name of Allah. That's our enemy. We better take him seriously. But he isn't playing. Also, thankfully, we have commanding officers. And our power and our sustenance, those things reside in our commanding officers. In this text, Ephesians 6, Paul mentions God and the Lord and the Holy Spirit. And he says, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. We don't have to gin up our own spiritual strength. Our strength comes from above. I can do all things through Christ who what? Strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. I don't have to manufacture that strength. I can receive it from above. In Romans 16 verse 20, Paul talked about the God of peace who would crush Satan under their feet shortly. Crush Satan. Not fight with him and hopefully overcome him, but crush him. Why? Because our power comes from above, from our commanding officers. He who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. 1 John 4, verse 4. And that gives us hope. Jesus is the one who came to destroy the works of the devil. Hebrews 2:14. When Jesus gave his life on Calvary and gave up that life, and he was sure gave it, it wasn't taken from him, even as he said in those closing chapters of the book of John. That was not an ultimate victory for Satan, but rather an ultimate victory over Satan, because our Lord died sinless. Hebrews chapter 4. So our strength, thanks be unto God, comes from our commanding officers. Listen to this out of Revelation 12, verse 10. I heard a loud voice in heaven saying, now salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God, and listen, and the power of his Christ have come. The accuser of our brethren, who's accused them day and night before our God, has been cast down. Satan is a miserable loser, eternally speaking. You and I don't come at this warfare from a position of weakness, but from a position of strength. But only if we align ourselves with our commanding officers and have a relationship with them so that they will strengthen us in the battle. Because they have offered to us in the fighting of this battle. Armor and weapons. Paul talked about the whole armor of God. And he mentioned truth. You know that the devil is the father of lies, John 8:44. He can't stand truth. That's not the field where he operates. That's not the weapon that he uses. That's not the IED that he favors. He favors falsehood. But our armor is truth, righteousness, the gospel of peace, faith and salvation. And our weapons are the Word of God, the sword of the Spirit. When Jesus was tempted in Matthew 4 and Luke 4 3 times by the devil, what did he say each time in response? It is written. That's our weapon, along with prayer. We have the most powerful, potent, effective weaponry and armor of any army ever in the history of all creation. Israel didn't have that much armor. They didn't have those kinds of weapons. Our United States military doesn't have them. As powerful as it is. We can resist the devil and he will flee from us, 10:47. We don't have to give place to him. Ephesians 4:27. Brother Marshall King used to preach a sermon called Don't Run a Run to a Homebreaker. In other words, don't let Satan in your house, Ephesians 4:27, because if you do, he won't just want one room, he wants the whole place. We are at war with an enemy who wants to destroy us, but thanks be unto God that through our Heavenly Father and His Son Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit and this sword and prayer and the other things we mentioned, you and I can be victorious, but we cannot be victorious without it. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 4 through 6. Listen to what Paul says. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but are mighty in God. Friends, if you and I only read this Bible when we come to worship, or if it's nothing more than a coffee table moment, that would be like trying to grow daisies out of a cotton ball. That's what it's not there. No, it's there. Thanks be to God that you and I don't have to submit to our adversary, be defeated by him. Because our armor and our weaponry is so much important. Finally today, we have an advantage in being soldiers of God's army. Because we have fellow soldiers. We have folks in the trenches and in the fighting foxholes next to us, one side or the other, and they're fighting the same war. And they're encouraging us and they're loving us. Our fellow soldiers, just like Paul mentioned, turn with me to Hebrews 11, and we'll use Hebrews 11 as the final passage of this morning. Hebrews chapter 11, which is a great hall of fame of faith that we talk about so often. And we know all of the names that are mentioned in the first part of the chapter. I want us to look at the last part of the chapter, beginning in verse 32. And what more shall I say? For the time would fail me to tell of Gideon, Barak, Samson, Jephthah, also David, Samuel, and the prophets, who through faith subdued kingdoms, worked righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouths of lions, quenched the violence of fire, escaped the edge of the sword, out of weakness were made strong, became valiant in battle, turned to flight the armies of the aliens. Women received their dead to raise to life again. Others were tortured, not accepting deliverance, that they might obtain a better resurrection. Still others had trials and mockings and scourgings, yes, of chains and imprisonment. They were stoned, they were sawn in two, were tempted, were slain with the sword. They wandered about in sheepskins and goatskins, being destitute, afflicted, and tormented, of whom the world was not worthy. They wandered in deserts and mountains and dens and caves of the earth. And all these, having obtained good testimony through faith, did not receive the promise, God having provided something better for us, that they should not be made perfect apart from us. Boy, that doesn't sound like a walk in the park, does it? Some of our fellow soldiers have really fought through the fight. And they've suffered in untold ways, things that you and I can't even fathom in 2017 here. But these are our fellow soldiers. And Hebrews 12 says, since we are surrounded with so great a cloud of witnesses, since we have folks who have fought the fight and been victorious, you and I can and should do the same thing. Because you see, fellow soldiers in the armies of God, we aren't competitive with one another. We don't gossip about each other. We don't treat each other with contempt and spite. We don't use one another for our own advancement, like a rug under somebody's feet. We don't treat each other with contempt, but with love. By this shall all men know that you're my disciples, if you have love one for another. John 13:35, the words of agape, and it means we sacrifice and love for each other. The church is more than just a social club meets on Sunday morning and says, hey, how you doing? I'm out the door. We are a family, but we're also an army of fellow soldiers who fight for each other, not fight each other. Brethren, we had better start acting like soldiers in the army of God rather than the opponents, the soldiers in the army of God. Because an army divided against itself is never used to say. So was war. PFC Ross McGinnis of Knox, Pennsylvania. 6 feet tall, about 136 pounds. Was a member of the 1st Battalion, 26th Infantry Regiment, deployed to Iraq in 2006. On December 4th, 2006, he was part of an armored convoy just south of the main city. He was in what amounted to be an armored personnel carrier, which had a gun turret at the top, and he was manning a 50 caliber machine gun up on top. He was outside, if you will, halfway outside of the APC while he manned his gun in his position. As they went through those narrow streets, they passed by one building, and the enemy threw a grenade off the roof. It came down through the gun turret right back to PhD beginnings and fell down in the APC against the radio and got lodged. There were eight other soldiers in that APC, including the captain. PhD began to shout, "Grenade, it's in the truck," as loud as he could. And he could have gotten out. You see, he's in the gun turret. He's got open access to get away. But instead, he climbed down out of that gun turret in just a flash and fell on that grenade and smothered it with his helmet and his Kevlar vest in his body. He gave the ultimate sacrifice to save his fellow soldiers. We have a fellow soldier who hung on the cross on the hill outside Calvary. He reminds us today that when we became Christians and we put on his name, we signed up for this. We signed up to do battle. Have we been true to our enlistment? We are soldiers. Just like he was a soldier and still is. If you're not a Christian today, you're fighting for the wrong side. And if you stay on that side, when you die in this world, or when Jesus comes back again, you will go to hell and spend eternity there. That's just a simple fact. But you have an opportunity not to be there. I put in Christ only baptism based on your confession of your belief that Him is the Son of God, your repentance. God is sorry that you feel in your heart because you live for the devil you're in for far too long. Today, our Heavenly Father has opened His enlistment center, and He says, "Come be a part of my army. Fight the good fight, and lay hold on eternal life." That's what we beg you to do today. If for some reason you've gone AWOL, you've been a part of the army of God, but now you're on the other side. You stay on that side, you're going to lose. Not what you want, and not what we want. And it's certainly not what you're following. We can encourage you to come and respond, be obedient.